You know, having an emergency food supply is crucial for your family, especially during these times of uncertainty and natural disasters. Now, both FEMA and the American Red Cross recommend a minimum of 2 weeks emergency food and supplies. And you know, with our supply chain being rather fragile and unpredictable, it's important to have an emergency food plan that is customized to your family's needs. And I know this can be an overwhelming task, but I'm here to help you every step of the way. You know, this step-by-step guide and accompanying printable will help you create personalized emergency food supply that fits your family's unique needs and preferences. And if you've done any searching on building your own emergency food supply, you'll see most of the sites are recommending purchasing bulk supplies such as flour and wheat and beans and rice. And that's one way you can go. But for most of you, I don't think that's the best way. You really need a customized plan fit to your family's needs. And I'm going to suggest, instead of focusing on bulk supplies, you need to focus on meals. That's the way you can create the best emergency food plan for your family. Now, to do this takes a little planning, but again, I'm here to help you every step of the way. Hi, if you're new to my channel, I'm Potpourri, and I make a number of different videos on prepping and daily living and life's emergencies. My goal is to help you enjoy your life and be as prepared as possible for whatever curveballs get thrown your way. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you never miss a new video. And thumbs up for this video would be deeply appreciated. Step 1, we have to determine your needs. We want to calculate how much food you need based on the size of your family and their caloric needs, and any special dietary restrictions they might have. Maybe they're diabetic, maybe they're vegan, maybe they're just picky eaters. You may wish to use Mayo's handy calorie calculator that estimates the number of calories needed based on weight, height, sex, and activity level. Your caloric needs may vary depending on the emergency situation, but the World Health Organization recommends 2,100 calories of food per day per person. But your family may require more or less depending on their lifestyle and activity levels. Step 2, take a little time, go and pull out paper and a pen and pencil and write down the meals that your family likes. Once you get done with that, think about, can any of those meals be made with shelf-stable items? For instance, you can substitute canned meat and canned vegetables or fruit, or dehydrated vegetables and fruit, or instant milk for some of those items. And if you'd like some shelf-stable meal ideas, I encourage you to check out this wonderful collaboration that went on last year and this year. Every first Tuesday of the month gives you shelf-stable recipes that you can make for your family. And the playlist is down below. Now, be sure not to list just dinner. What are you going to make for breakfast or lunch or snacks? Now, the nitty-gritty. You're going to make a 2-week meal plan. That's right, 2 weeks. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. And you're going to put in the calories so you know that you have enough for your family's needs. Now, no two of you will have the same meal plans because you might want to be having all shelf-stable items, or you might be using canned items that you home canned, or maybe right from the beginning you're going to use that meat and fish that you have in your freezer. It's okay. Tailor your meal plan to your family. Maybe for breakfast, you'll make pancakes, and this mix is great because it just needs water, and you'll have some syrup on them. and maybe Tang instead of orange juice. Or you might want hash browns. These dehydrated hash browns rehydrate great and fry up wonderful. These little oatmeal packets. Be creative with what you can make for breakfast from shelf-stable items. And for lunch, maybe it's peanut butter and crackers, or mac and cheese, or tuna salad in those packets. And then have some fruit, such as canned peaches. And dinner could be spaghetti, or stews, or pot pies. Anything that you can think of that you can make with your shelf-stable items. Now, on my list for supper, I made Spam teriyaki rice, and it's so easy. It only uses a few ingredients, and it's fast to make, and we really like it. Now, during a short-term emergency, you really shouldn't be concerned with nutrition, but if it was an extended emergency, you would want to watch the sodium content of some of the canned goods just to be safe. And be sure to include vegetables and fruits in your daily menu plan. I have a handout to make this easier, listing all 14 days and all meal area and calorie area. And then it totals up the calories for the day. Can't be easier. Step number 4, create your shopping list. So once you've done your meal planning, list each ingredient and quantity needed for your 2-week menu, because this will make up your shopping list. And here's mine just from that one meal. Now, if you notice, I put 1 for soy sauce, but the truth is I'm probably only using 3 tablespoons. So yeah, you need 1 bottle, but it can go for multiple meals. And that's the same with peanut butter and Tang and some of the other items. Now, go to the store and purchase the food. And if you can't do it all at once, just gradually add it to your weekly groceries until you get the 2-week supply. Now, step 6, you got to store that food. And you want to store it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. And be sure to label the items with the expiration date. Canned items will last longer than that expiration date, but it's a good guide when to rotate items. And you may wish to place packaged foods such as cereal and crackers in watertight containers, just in case of flooding or earthquake. Well, there's one more thing you have to add to your list. Water. You have to have water. They recommend 1 gallon of water per day per person. So for 1 person, you're going to need 14 gallons of water stored for that 2-week period. Step 8, how are you going to cook that food? You have to make sure you have ways. Maybe you're lucky enough to have gas during the emergency and you have a gas cooktop. Great, then you're fine. Or maybe you can cook on your outdoor grill or a campfire or even a sun oven. But make sure you have a way to cook your food. And you might want to have some food that you don't have to cook at all, like food bars and granola bars, trail mix, that type of thing. And I urge you to also have a camping stove as backup. This 1-burner Coleman stove uses propane and is under $35. I have a link below if you're interested. Just be sure that you also store extra butane gas cylinders for fuel. Step 9, you're not done yet. You need to stock up on other emergency supplies you may need, such as flashlights and battery radios and first aid kit. Make sure you have a good, what I call a lights out kit. Step 10, review and update always. Frequently look at your emergency food plan and look at your supplies. Are any of them damaged or past their expiration dates? Or have you used some and not replaced them? So be sure to update your emergency food supply plan as your family's needs change. So creating a personalized emergency food supply is really a critical step in preparing for the unexpected and natural disasters. Once you've completed your 2-week emergency food supply, consider doubling it to 1 month or extending it to 3 months, 6 months, whatever you feel you may need in case of a longer emergency, such as a pandemic quarantine or earthquake, hurricane, economic collapse, war. Emergency preparedness is a journey, and you just want to take small steps each day. And make sure you have at least a 2-week emergency food supply, so you never have to say, if only I would have. Now, if you want to maximize your food storage, include these food storage extenders.